6:45. Starting today and running on up to the election, we're going to be meeting a number of candidates who are running for a number of different positions that you'll see on the ballot. Coming up after the news, Bill Farmer, who's running for state representative in the 63rd District against Jace Bolger. WKZO.com News.
Kalamazoo City Commissioners tonight will be asked to approve a liquor license at their regular meeting, this time for a new microbrewery. More details coming up at 7. Scattered storms around West Michigan Sunday left a couple of inches of rain in many areas and some debris in others. Power remains out to a scattered number of customers in Kalamazoo County, totaling about 1,500. President Obama and Republican challenger Mitt Romney are staying busy as they prepare for their second national debate scheduled for tomorrow night at Hofstra University in New York. You'll hear it on 96.5 WKZO tomorrow night at 9. A Japanese telecommunications giant has reached a deal to buy 70% of Sprint Nextel for just over $20 billion. And U.S. Transportation Secretary Ray LaHood is scheduled to be in Detroit today to meet with officials and talk about a possible light rail line on Woodward Avenue. Details on these stories and more starting at 7. WKZO.
6:46. Bill Farmer is not a politician, but he wants to get your vote. He wants to shake things up in Lansing, and he joins us this morning. Bill, hello.
Good morning, Lori.
You are running for state representative in the 63rd District. Who is that? Who does that cover?
Well, Lori, thanks for having me on the program.
Sure.
I appreciate it. The 63rd District covers the eastern half of Kalamazoo County and the central and southern townships of Calhoun County. So it's quite a large area.
Why'd you throw in, Bill? Why do you want the gig?
Why do I want the gig? It's never been asked in that manner before. I actually think I can make a difference. I think that I don't think that Lansing's been representing the middle class and what we need to happen. And I think I have something to contribute. That was my bottom line in deciding to run.
Tell us about yourself. What's your background?
Well, I've been living in and around the Kalamazoo area since 1972. 28 years ago, my wife and I moved out to just outside of Scotts. It's in Pavilion Township. But since 71, I've been working with different community groups, Michigan Works, Workforce Development Board, United Way, Citizens for Responsible Development, all of which attempted to bring jobs to the community, provide training for those jobs, and even provide training for people who had already had employment but needed upgrading or technology changed, that kind of thing. So that's driven me, especially over the past 4 years, to really take a look at what the policies and legislation have been coming out of Lansing. And it's been a process of destroying opportunity instead of providing opportunity. And a good example of that is almost $1 billion cut from public education K through 12. I don't know how anybody can care for children and their future, opportunities for employment, and even create employment with cutting the public education budget of that nature. But basically what I'm about is, number one, what I said about Lansing not working for us anymore. I would try and work very hard to reform Lansing. And that reform, first of all, number one, would involve changing election law and ethics standards to prevent what's happened in Grand Rapids from ever happening again throughout the state. That's number one.
Let's talk about that because your opponent is embroiled in this scandal.
He's embroiled. There's no doubt about that. He made some very poor decisions. But that needs to be taken in the form in changing the laws which permitted him and Mr. Schmidt to do that. And next, though, we do have to take care of the middle class, and education is a big job builder. We also have to stop the revolving door of legislators when they leave office going right into lobbying for large corporations. It makes me wonder anyways, and me going door to door, people are wondering just who are they been represented by and whose interests are they being represented. This tax also on retirement income needs to go away. It's unfair. And that's what's being used to balance the budget. That's inappropriate. Those people work their whole lives. They've already paid taxes and made their contributions. That needs to go away.
What is your party, Bill?
My party?
Yes.
The Democratic Party.
And you're running in the 63rd District for state representative. So when people see your name, now they will know who they are voting for. Bill, do you have like a website or something where people can learn more about you?
It's called, the title of it is reformourhouse.com.
Very good. We thank you so much for joining us at this early